Summertime is here. Let us use our sunscreen. We don't always have to wait for summertime to use it, but it's very, very important in this hot, hot sun to try and remember to use your sunscreen. Hello everyone. Today we are talking about sunscreen. I am going to break down what I know about sunscreen to you. I have my notes prepared and I am going to tell you why sunscreen is so important, no matter what shade you are. Sunscreen. What is SPF? What does that mean? Do you know? I will let you know about that. Consider this your skin. SPF 70. This one requires shaking. I open it and I'll do a little demo for you. This is sunscreen. Now I'm gonna take this sunscreen and I'm going to just rub it on one side of the cup. Now your skin is protected with sunscreen, and on this side there is no protection. You protect your skin with SPF and no SPF. I'm not going to put this to waste. I will put it on my arm. Sunscreen, no sunscreen. This is my daily SPF 30 by this company. Just repurchase my CeraVe. It is also SPF 30. And the one I use for my body is SPF 70. SPF means sun protection factor. Sun protection factor. That is what SPF means. What does the number behind SPF means? A sunscreen's SPF is a measure of how well it protects you from getting a sunburn. Also, the amount of time the sunscreen will protect you from UV rays. SPF, sun protection factor. What is UV? You might ask, because you hear UV all the time. There are two different types of UV that I will talk about. UV means ultraviolet. What is UVA? UVA is a longer wavelength that penetrates deeper into the skin, reaching layers beneath the surface of the skin. That's UVA. UVA rays is associated with skin aging and inflammation and can lead to cancer. I am not a doctor. I am just telling you the things that I know about UVA, the things that I have learned about UVA. UVA is ultraviolet aging. The A stands for aging. UVB. What is UVB? UVB is shorter waves that cause skin to burn. Ultraviolet, B for burn. One is aging, one is burning. UVB is a major driver of skin cell mutations that cause skin cancer. UVB burns. That B is for burning. UVA, that A is for aging. SPF 50 will last approximately 3 to 4 hours, and then you have to reapply. According to where you are and what you're doing, you will need to reapply maybe a little sooner than later. In the UV index, which UV is ultraviolet, is strong, or if you are moving around or sweating, please reapply SPF 50 sunscreen every 2 to 3 hours. Again, if you're in water and you have SPF 50, between hour 1 and 2, you should reapply, because you're in the water. You need to remember to reapply your sunscreen if you're out there doing a lot and sweating, because the sweat washes away your protection. All different type of skin burns. Some burn faster than others, but they do burn. That's why sun protection is very, very important. I wear this every day, whether I'm inside or outside. I have my backup. When I go out to the car, I will take this and put this in my purse. Before I leave, I will take some, I'll rub on the back of my hands, down my arm. And when I get out there, if the sun is hitting me too much on one side or sometimes on your lap, I carry a sweater and a towel in my car. I'll take the towel and put on my lap, and I'll take the sweater and cover the section the sun is burning. That is to protect my arm from getting burned from the sun. But I also put this on before I do all the other things. Remember, sun protection is important no matter what skin color you are. The difference between SPF 30 and SPF 50, SPF 50 provides approximately 98% protection from UVB. UVB is ultraviolet and the B stands for burn. The SPF 30, approximately 96.7% protection from UVB. So again, you get more protection from ultraviolet B, UVB, B for burning, according to how long you're going to be outside in the sun. We want to know if it's SPF 30, SPF 50, SPF 100, SPF 70 like this one. The number indicates how well the sunscreen protects skin from sunburn. That's what the number is. The number is, if 70, you can stay in the sun a little longer before you reapply. The 30, you'd have to reapply a little sooner if you're in the sun because this is lower than this. SPF 30 will last approximately 2 hours to wear off, whereas SPF 50 will last approximately 3 to 4 hours. And that's why the number behind SPF, which is sun protection factor, is important. Pick the one that works for you and try to remember to use it often. You should apply sunscreen 30 minutes before going outside. Half an hour before you go outside and expose your beautiful, delicate skin to that sun, apply sunscreen first. The reason for that is because it takes 15 minutes for your skin to absorb the lotion. So if you just put it and go outside, your skin is not protected because your skin have not absorbed the protection that you need. It is better to put your moisturizer first and then your sunscreen. The reason why is before you put on a physical sunscreen, which is also called mineral sunscreen. A physical sunscreen sits on top of your skin. It does not penetrate your skin. And you will ask, what is the difference between chemical sunscreen and mineral sunscreen, which is also called physical sunscreen? A mineral sunscreen, also known as physical sunscreen, contains active ingredients like titanium dioxide and zinc, which creates a barrier on your skin that reflects UV lights. It reflects ultraviolet lights. They don't absorb into the skin. It sits on the skin and reflects the sun rays. That is a mineral or physical sunscreen. Now, chemical sunscreen, and again, as you can see, the cup has been sitting here and you see the breakdown of the sunscreen. That is why you have to reapply sunscreen. Take a look, it's breaking down. A chemical sunscreen has active ingredients like avobenzone, octinoxate, and oxybenzone. If I pronounce any of those words incorrectly, you get the point. Chemical sunscreens absorb into the skin and then absorbs UV rays, convert the rays into heat and release from the body. Chemical sunscreen is absorbed by the skin, whereas mineral sunscreen or physical sunscreen sits on the skin and reflect the ultraviolet rays. Your choice, whichever one you pick to wear. I am not a doctor, so pick the one that best works for you. 95% of the UV ray that hits the ground is UVA. Ultraviolet A for aging. 95% of that ultraviolet rays is hitting the ground. Think about if you have no sunscreen. Think about if you have no sunscreen, what that is doing to your delicate, beautiful skin. So use sunscreen to protect your skin. But only 5% is the UVB, which is ultraviolet for burn. So 95% is UVA, A for aging, and only 5%, which is UVB for burning. So we're aging faster in the sun than we're burning, according to the amount of sunscreen and what type of sunscreen we use. The UVB have the higher energy that causes sunburn. It damages the outer layer of the skin. Burn. It goes into the skin and burn. What is broad spectrum SPF? Why broad spectrum SPF? Broad spectrum SPF, say that 10 times fast and you'll have a tongue twister. Broad spectrum SPF is sunscreens that protects the skin from both UVA and UVB. That's what broad spectrum means. When you see something say broad spectrum SPF, it protects you from ultraviolet A for aging and ultraviolet B for burning. UVA and UVB, broad spectrum protects us from both. If a sunscreen is not broad spectrum, you won't be protected from all UVA rays. Remember that. If it does a broad spectrum, it's not protecting you from all UVA rays. And UVA again is for aging. Easy ways to remember your ultraviolet rays is UVB rays can burn. Example, sunburn. UVA, which is A for age. Example, wrinkles and age spots. No protection from UVA, you'll wrinkle fast, have age spots. No protection from UVB, you will get sunburn. So try to remember UVA and UVB and use broad spectrum SPF. No matter what number you choose, just remember to reapply often. Read your labels and make wise decisions with which sunscreen you use. Also remember to wear a hat to protect your hair and scalp because you can get burned in your scalp. Sun can damage your scalp. And you can also wear long sleeves to protect your arms, your legs. Thank you all again for watching. I hope this was very informative. It is the hot month of summertime and we all need protection. Wear your sunscreen no matter which one you pick, which UVA and UVB number SPF broad spectrum you pick. Just remember to use it. Don't buy SPF anything and forget to use it. Remind yourself often, put one in your purse, put one on your nightstand, so when you wake up in the morning, you take it in the shower. After you shower, you remember to use it. Think of creative ways to use your SPF so you can protect those delicate, beautiful skin. Again, as you can see, the breakdown of the SPF. See the breakdown? This is the breakdown. So this is what happens when you put SPF on your skin. It does break down, and this is the reason why you need to reapply. Remember to reapply. If you carry it with you in your purse, remember to reapply. This is the breakdown of sunscreen on your skin.